maps this stage.
In the meantime, the rest of the side are already into that A side, but they are being slaughtered alongside it. It is domination. And well, you mentioned, well, Benji Fishy. He's got to try and take 4 down. They are lined up ready to face him. It's never going to be easy from that point onwards, and a solid start for Vitality.
Got that deep control with Woot towards the Gong, but Last is going to be weeded out. The reveal has caught Miniboo though. The trade's good for now. An easy pickup for Woot. He flew under the radar. They didn't expect to play her on Gong, and now it looks like Vitality have no chance of winning this round. Shock Dart not even doing that much damage. And Woot faces a blinded opponent. That is an easy pickup. In fact, all 3 kills.
See how passive they're currently holding. This B site is the point of contention, but again, the openers go the way of Heretics. Woot to kick things off. And while that ultimate that would have been great in a retake is gone.
And a thorn in the side with Miniboo destroying the camera inside of Garage. They now don't know about their back. They'll make up for it by pushing forward quickly, taking that space back.
Oh, too low.
Kovac almost went down as well. His shield's been broken. Shots back from Woot will take him out. There's the capitalization on the camera being taken out early. Miniboo wraps around and the round is over. Win or lose, you will be taken down when you...
Oh, no!
He shot too early and Kicks is gifted the round!
Forget what we've just seen, because I really wish I could.
You're not alone in that. I think Miniboo is going to want to quickly forget that round, but the consequences of it will still be felt as we come into this with minimal investment from the side of Team Heretics. And sure, they get a pick on the Kovac, great. Maybe even a weapon. Oh, that's a TP. Maybe even a weapon on the back of it.
Going out.
But
I see Rien's on a site with a Guardian, and I still believe Boo, well placed. That's the first, the second as well. Okay, maybe they're going to respond immediately.
But if you find a pick or two, perhaps it could be considered. What is going on? Unfake's got a double. Now there's a chance. That ult could be invested, but Kovac's not in the spot to do so.
Ooh, he's in a better spot.
He's just going to walk around the trap set too deep. He's already past it. He's got the sight line onto Benji Fishy. And Heretics crumbling after that previous round. It's a 2v4. And those weapons, very recoverable for the remaining Vitality members.
Oh, already though. Miniboo and Boo. Back-to-back 2v4s. I'm here for it.
Decoy.
Got themselves a dimensional drift, but not going to be used now. Miniboo needs to defend Big Bro, and he's already been caught by the paranoia. Managed to fake the steps out, catch their gaze instead, and doesn't quite manage to win the fight. The shield keeps one alive, and redemption not there to be had.
Gone for them so far, they're 2-0. They haven't been defeated. That is a bold move from Kicks. Kovac needs to make up for it here, catching one, but it's the decoy that he pulled into his ultimate. Good reaction by Miniboo to so quickly put that down.
I hate that that works, I'll be honest with you. And while Miniboo, he's definitely lived to tell the tale. He's even caught Durka as well. Kovac looking for a response, and Boo just waiting on the corner. Finally, Vitality have found their first kill of the round, but now less. Well, it seemed like they were going to go back and try and pressure him. I guess wary that he was going to continue his push forward.
So Durka has to back off. Now playing towards B. It's going to be a tough fight for Kicks. He can't find one before going down, and the rest of the squad locked out, or so you would think. Kovac goes in for the battle. Even with one side smoked, his teammates couldn't help out, but he wins the fight anyways. Less on to Miniboo. Numbers starting to fall off for Team Heretics as Kovac finds another one! His third of the round now on the board! A shock dart, well, there's little that will do to help 3 players swinging him. Goes wrong.
It's you and me.
Immediately. Unfake's going to respond though. It is going to be that battle, and Kovac's won it anyway. The fight hasn't been going the way of Woot so far. Benji's managed to take some space at least, but not quite able to isolate the fight. It is going to be some damage done, but it's this man that they need to worry about. He's been so deadly in the same position again and again, and Vitality crossing to the site as well. Timed this decently well, but he doesn't know the Miniboo's already crossed. It doesn't matter though. He has support, he has his teammate, and that means that Benji will lose his life as well. 30 seconds for Heretics. Well, they're going to need another clutch scenario.
Cross being watched as well. Les almost loses his life, but gets the information for the squad. They now know he's players are on B. They certainly do with the plant, and Woot's been spotted as well. Nice shot onto Kovac, kicks down as well. Okay, now we've got a game on our hands for Heretics. The control doesn't stop here. They go deeper and take down Durka. A 2v2, HP advantage now for Heretics. The time ticking in their favor. Unfake spotted as well. They haven't seen less until now. Woot's picked him off, and the advantage firmly in Heretics' favor. Unfake, he's had some good rounds, but last time they had pistols. They didn't peek together, but this time it's different. Heretics
managed to get past the trip. Benji already picking off one of the teammates though, and it seems like he is well aware of this. Kix has managed to create a distraction though. Durka very wary of some of these corners, but he kind of has to pick up the pace. Kix is still going strong though, and now Durka shows his presence. It's going to be left onto Miniboo holding that cross. The first already connected, and he's going to try and bait things out, but it's already being stuck all the way. He has to run, and he hears a player step off of it. He knows he's not defusing at this stage, and I think that time should already be gone. Well played by Miniboo.
Benji already drops the shield. Got a challenge up close, and he'll win the first. Kovac able to stabilize him with Durka. A snake in the grass. He finds one, and Gate crashes back towards their spawn. A good reset for him with a potential late round flank into Garage. While the spike is being planted uncontested. Heretics now a man behind. Have to try to find some answers to this problem. Durka slipped the net. He's made it through the B site. They're watching for him, but only here and there, and he catches the timing perfectly.
Standing ahead.
It's all right though. These are the scenarios, if anything, that Heretics have been better. Put them into 2v4s, and somehow they managed to steal rounds away. Rien's already with a nice start. Kovac covered under pressure. And now the remaining two playing from afar. The problem is that time. And they don't know exactly where they're playing from. Rien's trying to hold the line as that diffuser's already been half. And they're just going to try and stick it. Rien's has almost managed to do it. The shock dart, it's going to lean in. And he's managed to find the kill at the end.
Steps past it, good contain, shock dart in, and it will take Unfake down, but not before the spike is planted. Vitality now have time on their side, but Kovac has to have that same backside performance that we saw from Woot earlier, but he won't fly under the radar. He won't get 3 picks handed to him. Instead, a fight for his life right away, and one that he loses. We look to Kix, taking Rien's down. The flash by space, but Kix stands in the open. Now it's all on Les, and he won't last long.
But a potential immediate wraparound. And he's just looking to try and hold on to the back of the site. The first fight already going his way. Les needs to hold the line, and he's tagged low. Shield going to be activated, allowing Woot to just take over. That kill contract and a Hunter's Fury, so he's at least managed to get rid of one. That's not the player that you really wanted if you're a Heretics fan. He's got to try and do it with the Sheriff, and while Kovac has managed to get them that advantage.
Yeah, it's the downside as soon as they see.
Planted.
I'm sorry.
Taken. There's a flank on the flank. Boo has got a freebie.
How did he get there?
One tap. And Les is down and out. Okay, now we're back to a 3 versus 3. Vitality not going to be too happy about how this has happened. They're back now open. A potential flank could be in play, but
Woot has ult as well.
Luckily for them, that's not the case. And indeed, the ult likely to be used. Good angle to use it towards short, still catching players deep on long. Now it's just a wall put up. They're going to try to put pressure on early. Great spam. Halfway already on the defuse. Kovac peeks in, looking for the duel. He's been tagged up heavy and finished off eventually. And here goes the ult. But it's down to the 1v1. No one to stick it halfway. No one to confirm it if the fight is lost. And it's messy. But Woot gets there in the end, unfortunately. Majorly this time. Straight into the site. Hunter's Fury comes through from Unfake. Trying to find those players on backside. Benji still standing. Miniboo comes through. And he gets 2 ult to get out of here alive. And he spotted 2 players. Those are both of the remainder. He knows that he can back off completely, reset into this fight, even grab a reload while he's at it. And the time isn't against Heretics. They just have to hold the control. Wait for a player on Vitality to make a step wrong or bide their time for the eventual retake, which is where we end up. For Vitality, they need space. They know that their opponents have the info, and where both of them are. Fighting in towards the spawn seems to be the name of the game, but that's already spotted. 2 guns ringing out. They know they're both towards the back of the site. Paranoia doesn't catch, but Rien's catches Unfake and kicks to close out the round. Found in death with another opening duel.
Okay.
Kovac trading back though. Not a bad start. Shock dart through, that's broken shield. Makes it much easier to deal with this man, but Rienz has got numbers coming through the gates. And another fight for the Sheriffs. This round is far from over.
Yeah, Kovac now picking up the sniper. A rifle as well for less. This has gone from a scenario that, well, looked pretty much impossible to now very doable. A lot of damage done onto Woot, but he is going to be able to win the fight. And now they can get that extra little bit of information, but they're all playing close. Paranoia sent through. Les lands, and he lands on both. It's now left all on Taboo, and he will do nothing. Revealed behind this, and still fighting. Well, Les, I don't think he expected a second player to be there. Kovac under serious pressure, but he's doing well. Tagged low, and Dirk has even managed to sneak through. A lot of gaps being found, but then the fights from Rienz. He gets swapped with a shock dart. Like, this guy has been unbelievable so far. And Durka, well, there is the gap. Managing to find another. It is a peculiar round. But he now has a plant for him and A-Link control.
No shock darts left for Rienz. They seem to be a deadly piece of utility indeed. Banshee's double pushed and he's caught. I think he tried to walk back through the door, but the wall was in his way. Now Rienz has to do it all. A 4-piece, 6 bullets left. He'll get the quick reload. They've left the site. They are giving him all the space in the world. You know he doesn't just have to push in. Look at the plant position. He has to be worried about players at the very top towards the gong, wrapping around the B site. And he knows now there's one towards Link. This is a tough position, and the flash just makes it impossible. But the ult activated on A tells them the stack on A is really where it needs to be.
Fake start, but it's Rienz again. He has been a superstar throughout this map. In form as ever, but he will be traded out. Woot not really able to help him, but has his position been revealed? He's hit a dink. 2 players now desperately low. Shield activated as he's looking to fight, but even still they managed to hold the line.
Push through, he hears players on site, looks to fight them. Nice flash though. That's made it difficult for him to find value. The reveal is wonderful. Great work from Rienz.
How?
They have dealt with that push beautifully. A combination of so much utility. The cage to give them a foothold, the flash out, the reveal.
Is he going to try and plant this on A?
Here.
Why not?
If he even gets there, it's going to be incredibly late. And well, the steps are definitely being heard.
Now you're done.
He's going to have to try and plant. Yeah, and it's already done. Not enough time. Rienz just going to execute him at the end.
They stepped off site for this exact reason, knowing that the ult could come through. And it'll be nothing found, but Les even gets the double. They try to push out of garage afterwards, use their cage for cover, but they're caught off by Les. Now it's into a 3v4, and Minibu can't risk it. He steps back to the rest of the squad to take this fight together, but look at this. The rotation around, the deep play from Unfake. They've got more than enough bodies to deal with this site push, to deal with this retake, so they're going to throw a spanner in the works. Unfake could turn the tide if things start to slip away. The problem playing behind that smoke, it's a whiffy spray, but Minibu gets there in the end. Reveal destroyed. Smoke fades, but there's another to block passage for a moment, and when it falls, Rienz is there, but Les keeps on going. He's already got his triple before he's put to bed, and now it's all on Kicks to keep this map alive, and Minibu puts him down! Heretics, they were behind at the half, but they have come back in. Door breaks open. Did they go through or wait for the push? It's a little bit of both. A little bit of hesitation, and then they go firing in. It's a good job, too. The quick trades, and Les on the double. He's recovered that nicely. This could have been a very different round, but Les standing his ground.
Try and execute.
Paranoia reveal. That's going to get them info. Durka grabbing a kill off the back of it, and the Hunter's Fury flown through. Catches Rienz, but Benji Fishy comes in to fill the space. Only good for the 2. Usually it would be good enough, but Vitality with those opening picks, they've come ahead. They found the plant, and a 3 versus 2. Look what Heretics are going to be made to do. A retake, rifles in hand, low credits though. But with only 1 player to the good for Vitality, it's worth the risk for this defensive side to try to get back in here. The drone coming from main alerts them to the fact that there is still a player there. Now they look to clear the site while those 2 are isolated. The smoke gives good options. 2 Kicks and Kovac, a flash out. Woot, oh, he's got one through the smoke. Numbers even. Unfake has to hurry his pace, but Kovac's buying time before he falls. And Woot doesn't have any left on the clock to play with, trying to get out, but he's caught. Bams have already done so much damage. Minibu close to finding his 2nd pick, and now looking for his 3rd, but Les is the one to put a stop to it. Still, into a 4 versus 3. Vitality gets site control. They'll grab a plant off the back of this and blast his hat off his head for the info. We'll know where these players are. Going to give them the space, but not yet going for the plant.
Yeah, they're giving him time. That's what it is. They know if they plant, the execution back into the site is likely to begin, and they want him to be just that little bit closer. A chance that maybe as well the opponents have already gone to clear this with how much time was left on the clock. He does need to get a move on though. The other two players starting to get closed in on. Les has done his job. That is the flank, and he's done extra already. His 3rd kill of the round, but his teammates are dwindling, are falling. It comes down to the 1 versus 1. But he knows that he has the time on his hands. Always clever in these scenarios, and he'll be there to close it out again.
Pretty in, dash on the back of it. Durka's got a little bit of space. He'll wrap around the gen. Nade pushes Woot out into the open, but Durka goes down. Boo's got him covered. Woot's already taken one. Re-ends with the Hunter's Fury, finds another, and this is a wonderful stop from Team Heretics. They've not even taken a blow, Valorant or Woot. And Unfake, good as he's been, hungry for vengeance as he may.
That's about as low as a player can be. 3 HP from the operator shot. Well, eventually.
They stand strong there. 12 seconds. Now the spike hasn't even made it to the site. The clock is strangling them. They need to run. They need to get in here, and they are shut out. The time too far gone. The round 1. The question is, how much will it cost Vitality? In late trip reposition, it's going to give them a lot of options, but losing Miniboo, that's going to limit them. Paranoia is through the push up from Woot, but he doesn't know about the player in the corner. Now he does. Good suspicion. Dash over for the reposition, and that has caught Kicks off. That's given the spike to Team Heretics. Now they're the ones defending on the other side of the line. Boo will be forced forward. Not out into the open, though. That nade not shallow enough, but Woot tries to help him. Ends up losing his life, and they know exactly where that last player is. They've got Boo boxed in, but they need to move that spike to site. I didn't say which one. It's going to be taken all the way to B.
Oh, stop them instead. He's got past every single one of the trips until the very last second, and then an execution will be made by Durka. TP to the other side because of how much ground he's cleared. The only problem is the rest of the players can't just TP in the same direction, and that's going to give a pretty hefty advantage to Heretics now. But even still, less in the post plant, a divided defense as they look to conquer.
I like these trips. The same one that got them the kill last time, it might be expected, but one towards lane is going to give them a lot of options in that late round. If they drop down, they can't be that close to swing deep into Boathouse, and it's all about running the clock down. This time, the difference being the cameras online for less. Even if those players get close, there'll be that second line of information. It's the decoy that trips the first. Shorty's in hand. This is dangerous to deal with, and Team Heretics manage that very nicely. The time is quite low, though. It's gonna be close and not close enough.
Has been a burden at times, but here we go. Hunter's Fury into the back of the site. That's going to make things awkward. Rienzo still does well. 14 seconds now to make this move. They've already found another. Still, 2 players sit at the back of the site, and they've managed to drop another. The spike not being stuck, and because of that, the clock now goes against them once again. The round already over.
Can stop this at 9. It would be wonderful indeed, but Woot's already picked up the opening. Durka quickly coming through shorts, trapped Woot in the corner. He's going to try to get out of there, but there's someone waiting for him. Kicks is dealt with. A flash from Miniboo buys him another fight. Those players blinded. A second goes through. He finds himself and ends up going down to Durka. The spam, close but not close enough. And we're back to a 2v2.
The second player still not spotted. Durka once again. Oh, it is a dangerous game. Just about surviving, but they have to be careful. Benji now looking to wrap around the door. It will be broken, and it was a nice bait from Rienz.
Team Heretics, they try to rush down. They're immediately put in the ground. Woot lost in the early fight. They have got boots on the ground now, playing inside the smoke. Miniboo has to cross into hell, and it's Kicks waiting for him there. The second player doesn't fall, but he's done enough. Kept it into this 3v3. Les, though, caught, isolated inside the cage. And Heretics, they've turned this back in their favor. They've left only Durka. Man, we highlighted moments ago, this could be his half. And what a way to start it. He's already taken one, 2 more to fall, but they can swing together. He's got to be quick, and he's got to be clean. trying to bait them out, but when they swing, it's to his defeat. Roadhouse hopes that they walk right into it, but they're waiting, biding their time.
Oh,
But
okay.
Durka, through the smoke, gets a double. That's an outrageous pick from him, but time running low as the rest of Heretics make it to the site, and Woot matches Durka's performance. Puts them in the lead, gets them a weapon for their troubles, and with that Rienz puts the Hunter's Fury in, it's found its mark, and Kovac falls! Heretics, they might be on the way to do it again, trailing at the half, but clawing their way back into this game! A high-low in towards Garden, they've snuck through the Garden gate, and they're cutting deep down to the bone as Vitality lose another at Mini Boo! No, he doesn't get two here, surely! The classic even comes out! It's a disaster class!
Going to be a pivotal part, trying to take the fight, and somehow he's been sniped out of the air by a shock dart.
Yeah, that's an opening duel he's going to want to forget. Vitality losing a player, they've still got rifles on the rest,
Okay.
And Unfake, he's brought them the advantage. He's dropped the spike inside of main. Now they have to go fighting, and that they will, but Les is still waiting.
I got the
Mini Boo,
spike.
he had the gate crash, and now he has the spike. But 3 opponents to take down the lead for Heretics.
Was before on that B side, nobody checking the back two. Could be for free, but it's a little whiffy. Even still though, he's managed that first. He's breaking the window to try and bait, try and get them to look the other way. The swing is well timed, but again, hasn't quite been able to capitalize. He has taken them off that spike, but the second they tap this, he needs to swing, and Les once more.
He swings in reloading. A risk is taking the info gathered from it, but he'll lose his life to
Still
Woot.
wins it.
The 10 HP player still drawing breath and drawing blood along with it. A 4v4 as they close in on the site, the tap of the spike, attempting to bait them out into the open. It's Les again, finding 1-2, in fact, from up above. 12 seconds.
10
The spike
seconds left.
has to be stuck soon. They'll actually get it down. Just waiting for the smokes to fade as Les continues to frag out, leaving Rienz alone. He's got 2 to take down, both coming from heaven. He doesn't know that. He knows about Jet. And it is Durka with an off in hand. He'll bait for the other, but it ends up being their downfall! Back of the site, but Woot, he's not going to site. He's going deep into the spawn, and it's himself and Benji to find one. Now looking to force the issue. They've tagged Kovac heavy, and they're going to hunt him down, running their way to the A site, or so you think. Spike's just gone on to B. It's now TP'd out, and Vitality have got to be scratching their heads wondering, what the hell are they doing? Where are they going? Where will the push come in? And they may be about to find out the hard way.
Stopping once again. I think the second ping onto Kovac. Who didn't want to give the spike away. Durka at the back of this site. We need to see the hero he can be, but Woot is just looking that little bit better. With 30 seconds
30
left,
seconds left.
a third player was gambled over. Benji now finding a kill on B makes things interesting, and it opens up a gap. A little bit of panic, a little bit of disarray, and now 2 have to fight to keep them in the map.
And they've got Benji Fishy coming in the back lines as well. You've got to deal with this guy. Unfake goes back to do so, loses a lot of health in the process, but makes this a bit more manageable. Shock dart down, but it's too deep. It's not going to catch these players. The crossfire here, dangerous. A wide swing from Durka could catch one. It could catch 2, in fact. The reposition needed. The reveal is there, but Woot's got another. It's all down to Durka, and he'll fall at Woot's hands again. 13-9, 2-0. A hard-fought battle for Heretics.